I'm Dana, and as you can see, my room's gathered just like a load of shite, essentially. There's just fucking bits everywhere, because I've already packed up half my stuff, so there's not really proper storage space, and it's all fucking stressing me out. I can't settle, I can't relax. Everything is too much. So today's little body doubling thing is going to be doing a room reset, I think is what we're calling it online these days. I'm tidying my fucking bedroom. You can do it with me. I'm hoping this can be a rubbish bag because I forgot to bring one up with me. I need one. What's in here? Yeah, it's all just offcuts and the yarn wrappers from when I made my chunky espresso. Okay. So we're going to start out by just putting rubbish in here. Do I want to speak? See, I want to... It's going to be a voiceover while I put stuff in the bag because it's going to be noisy and no one wants to hear that. And what I didn't know at the time was that I would not say another fucking useful thing for the rest of the video. So what we're doing today is it's just a real-time video. I'm not going to forward it. I'm not going to edit shit out. I'm just going to leave you to have me tidying my bedroom on the screen while I chat bollocks. So realistically, this is the best time for you to go and do something you've been putting off, or something you need to get around to, or something you don't particularly want to do. I already did my morning chores, which is basically today just the dishes, scooping a litter tray and hoovering because it's Sunday and I can't be bothered. But also I haven't been actually able to be bothered for quite a while. I'm really struggling with like keeping things clean and tidy, and I wouldn't mind it so much if it weren't how it makes me feel. Like a lot of my friends have been people are very like, you can leave it for a day or two, Dana, and I'm like, I know I can, but I'm not gonna feel like I can relax at all for that day or two. So I'd may as well just fucking do it. But also sometimes it's taking me all day to do a very simple thing like showering or booking an appointment or just general like I have a fucking email from the estate agent asking if I can move earlier than the date that we decided on when they had to push it back, and I need to reply to them and be like, no, you've already given me like 3 different dates. I've had to move it back, I've had to change it all. I'm not moving it forward now. Like that's terrifying and horrifying, and I still haven't even seen the place, and I don't want to do that. Oh, I'm so scared of this move in a way that I've not been scared for other moves, and I feel like a lot of it is simply that I'm moving to a new area, whereas like my parents plonked me in Merseyside when I was 16, and I've just been here ever since. So even though I've moved to various parts of it, I've been in the same like general area. You know, like when I'm going to town, I'm going to the same city centre that I've always been going to while we've lived here. And it's my first time moving to a completely new place on my own. And it doesn't feel like it should be as scary as it is, because like I've moved to multiple different countries, but that was because my parents sorted it, you know? I just hung around with no friends for a summer and then went to school and started trying to make friends. Whereas this time, it's just me on my own. And if I spend if the first few months of me just sitting in my house not doing anything, there will not come a point that isn't forced by myself where I go out and make friends. You know, like it's all just on me. I'm gonna have to learn an entire new area and find my way around, and that's gonna be tricky because I get lost very fucking easily. Also, I'm gonna have a wee bit of a rant on this one, I think, because it's the typical thing of the more people that watch you, the more comments you get, which is fine and nice for the most part. Most of my comments are lovely and useful, or like someone's experience. You know, like I do really like and appreciate most of my comments. I do read them all, and most of them I enjoy reading. But I've increasingly had people that are leaving messages where they've like, it feels like they've somehow like watched a TikTok version of the video. You know, like it feels like I've somehow created a version just for them that is the entirety of the content condensed into like 3 sentences that they've actually understood. So I will have ranted about an entire issue, like getting lost all the time no matter what I do, and mentioning that I use Google Maps. Like I'm not just exiting out of my door with a goal place in mind and then wandering until I find it. I am looking up routes and using Google Maps and trying my best to actually do the thing. Like I don't know what they think I'm doing, but I'm getting comments on things that are just like, well, just use Google Maps. Just have food that's easy to cook in. Just do this. And like, chances are I am already using that accommodation, and it unfortunately does not fix the fact that I'm autistic. It doesn't just remove the issue altogether. I'm still stuck with the issue, and sure, I get slightly less lost with Google Maps than I would if I was just heading out the fucking door with a list of like turn left here and then turn right on this street. Like, don't get me wrong, it is easier than like back in the day. It don't make it easy. It don't just fit like Oh, it's so frustrating. Like, similarly, I've mentioned my chronic pain that I have in a bunch of videos because it's a big part of my life at the minute. Like, I'm in pain a lot and it sucks. And the amount of people are like, well, just bring up EDS to your doctor. Just bring up fibromyalgia to your doctor. Just bring up this thing that I've decided that it is to your doctor. And it's like, well, first off, buddy, everyone that comments has a different fucking idea of what it is. I'm fairly certain it is some form of EDS, but that's why I have been to multiple doctors and told them, hello, I think I have EDS. And they've gone, oh, it's a real shame that we can't do anything for that. Do you have anything else? No? See you then. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. The issues that I have repeatedly tried to do like what I consider to be, as an autistic person that doesn't understand shit, the correct route of going around getting support and help. And it hasn't worked. Like, I've reached out to adult social services, I've spoken to doctors, I've gone to the little like social clubs. None of it's fucking done anything. No one's like helped me, and I don't have like the mental emotional capacity or energy to just consistently keep reaching out to people that like pat me on the head and tell me to deal with it. You know, like I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I'm fairly sure I've done the things that you're supposed to do, and I've not gotten the results that you're supposed to get from them. I do feel like a lot of it is just that I've learnt to mask and to like present myself in a way where I look like I'm doing all right, despite the like constant inner turmoil and constant struggles and constant difficulties. I was told that's how everyone feels and no one else shows it for the vast majority of my life. So I also learnt that I'm not supposed to show it because everyone deals with it and no one else looks like a fucking mess, which I would look like if I didn't do the things that I do. But there's just, I don't, I'm trying very much to look at my move as like a nice new fresh start. I'll be under a different like council. There will hopefully be different things that I can reach out to. I'm really hoping that it's just a really nice fresh new start where I can be different and do different things and be supported in different ways. But it's terrifying and I'm scared. I need to take a little sip of my coffee, but I don't want to pause the voiceover just for that. So hang with me a sec. Has my phone been going off this whole time? I'm sorry I have friends. It's very difficult. I don't know what else to talk about now that I've had my little rant. I just I keep seeing TikToks about how like the internet's going to shit because of AI. And I honestly think a hell of a lot of it is the way that like some people comment and the fact that especially on TikTok, so many of the comments are just bollocks. I'm sorry, but they are. It's just like, are you a person? I don't understand how you're getting through life if so. Like I really hope it is bots, but I really do think it's real people. Like I did a TikTok talking about how I was sat in the vet's office and I looked around and like just as you do when you're waiting for things and I realized that I was the only person that like looked physically uncomfortable to be there. I was the only person moving whatsoever. Literally everyone else was like having casual chats with whoever was next to them or like looking at their phone and like just looked completely relaxed. And it was just me that was like climbing the fucking walls. And someone was like, well, you don't know that you were the only autistic person in the room. Oh, so because you can't mask as well as they can, they don't get to counsel. It's a little observation of a waiting room of 15 people in a country where that's presumed to have 1 to 2% of the like population be autistic. I think it's pretty fucking safe actually to assume I was the only person in the room that was autistic. But also, regardless of that, I was still the only person fucking showing it. And yes, I know it's a generalization, and I hate when people say it online because they say it about everything, but it really just wasn't that deep, you know? Like, yes, I know it was a bit of a generalization, but it's a generalization that is not hurting anybody. It literally does not matter in the slightest. And I had this whole comment thread from them being like really upset about it. And it's just like, deal with it. I'm sorry, fucking deal with it. I don't understand what you want me to do. Like, should I delete the TikTok for you? Are you upset? Like, what do you want? Like, pipe down. I'm sorry, but it's just, oh. But that being said, as I have said, the vast majority of comments I get are really nice or insightful, and I do enjoy it. I do like the internet. I just also find it difficult to be perceived so much. And it's one of those things like I know I've done it to myself. I know I'm the one making the content and editing the content and posting the content. But I also just it's the same as in real life. Like I have a disability that affects my ability to socialize. So in posting on social media, there's so many times that people mistake what I say and I don't always know if it's that people are taking it the wrong way and misunderstanding me, or if I genuinely just haven't fucking explained it properly and haven't said it well and haven't gotten my point across. or have gotten my point across in a way that makes it sound like I have a different point to what I do. I really don't know. And I do find it honestly very difficult. And there's a degree to which I don't really feel like the internet is a good place for autistic people to be and to be being perceived and to have lots of people saying things to and about you. Because I've even had it on YouTube to a certain little point lately. Like my last video for like like I try not to care because I'm posting content that I think is helpful. You know, like I would have found the content that I post helpful in one way or another. And I really hope that other people that would find it helpful do find it. So I try really hard to not really care beyond that, you know? But the first two comments on my last video were one, what kind of self-harm did you do? And it's like, buddy, I've intentionally spoken about that in a vague way because I don't want to talk about it deeper. I don't want to describe what I was doing. I don't want to go into it. I personally find it very triggering and I don't want to trigger other people. And I told you what I wanted to tell you in that video. Like I just think there's some things that I think I just do get triggered by a little bit. Like I don't like it when people pry. I don't like it when I feel like they're asking for more information I've provided in the video. I've provided you with the amount of private information about me that I feel comfortable with making public, you know? I don't want to describe the type of self-harm that I was doing. And the other one was, why do you think your mum cared so much more about like looking after your brother's autism than she did yours? And it's like, well, first off, I've made multiple videos about that. Like, that's one of the things that gets to me is that I know realistically, I can't expect everybody that watches my videos to go and watch like all of the hundreds of videos I've made. I get that. And I also know like there's new people coming in that have not seen shit from me before. But also, I've given you this. I have already given you this. Like, even with the other comment, I have a video talking about self harm. Like, you could go on my channel and search self harm and find the video, you know? Like, I have made that content. And I found it not necessarily uncomfortable, but, you know, like, that's just not a comfortable topic for me. I find it very triggering. Like I said, I don't enjoy talking about it. And I don't I think I probably will do an updated video fairly soon because I do feel like I've had some like realizations recently that might be helpful to other people. But for the most part, that's just a horrible thing that I went through as a teenager. And I don't really want to keep bringing it up, you know? But again, I appreciate that I did bring it up. It was me that mentioned it in the video. So regardless of how like vague I might have kept it and whatever else, I do often understand why people are leaving those types of comments. It's again, maybe it is my issue and it's me being triggered and whatever. But I'm a person. I'm a human being. We all have those things, and yeah, I guess maybe it is just the mistake on my part of making this type of content. Like as I say though, like I'm not like the one on TikTok did annoy me, but for the most part, I'm not like angry about it. It's just it makes me feel away, you know? And to be fair, I think that's a lot of my autistic experience. Like I'm not necessarily mad or pissed off at anyone. I don't necessarily think anyone's like done something wrong. It's just made me feel a whole way that I don't necessarily know how to deal with or regulate from. And it's also one of the things that I find it difficult to identify what I am feeling. So a lot of the time it's like negative, you know? I just know that it's not a positive feeling. I don't necessarily know what the feeling is beyond that. I know I'm not necessarily angry. There's maybe a hint of like sadness, like upset slash hurt. Like I don't know. I just find it like extremely difficult to tell what my emotions are doing. And I don't find it any more helpful when people show me that little chart of emotions. Like I'm aware of what different emotions there are. I don't know which one I'm fucking feeling, mate. Sorry, your little circles that says sad, happy, embarrassed. Like I if that does help you, as with most things, good. I'm really happy for you. You go ahead and use your accommodation. That's brilliant. I'm really glad you found something. It don't work for me. I don't mean for this video to just be a rant. I do try to talk about happier stuff while doing body doubling at the videos as a rule. But I think with just being in this waiting period of like I don't even feel like I can really have a plan for my house or like what anything's going to be like in my head because I haven't viewed the house yet. And I think once I've done that and I can like imagine myself having moved and actually living there, I'll be able to like build a better sort of like picture of how it'll be. Like I struggle a lot with social imagination. That's one of my like really like we're just talking about the various autistic traits that I like actively find difficult in my day to day at this point. But I don't really have social imagination, I've always done the like I have very high hopes and low expectations because I really hope things are going to be nice, but I know from past experience that there's a good chance I actually won't enjoy whatever it is. But also, I can't imagine how things are going to go. I can't imagine how things are going to be. I don't feel like I ever have the information necessary to be able to do that unless it's like when I went to drama clubs when I was younger. Once I'd been going for like a year, I kind of knew how that was gonna go. You know, I knew the faces I'd be seeing, I knew who'd be there, I knew what kind of thing we'd be doing. I felt like I could like build a picture of how that would be. But with anything that I haven't been doing like 50 times, I can't. I don't know who's going to be there. I don't know what kind of people in general are going to be there. I don't know what type of things are going to I can't build a picture of any of it. Like I don't know. And I struggle with that a lot. Like just the uncertainty and the knowing that change is coming up and having half my shit packed and the other half not packed because I don't actually have like a confirmed proper date yet. Like it oh, I think it's just bringing up like a whole bunch of negative emotions. I feel quite like unsafe and just unsure, and it's making me a little bit bitter and sad and angry at the minute, I think. And it's one of those things that I'm just getting through and I'll just deal with it. And I'm glad that I have like little outlet of like my friends and this. But I think that's just how I'm gonna feel for a little bit. Like I'm also on my period to be fair, and that definitely isn't helping. I'm just a bit bitter and ranty, and like everything's kind of really pissing me off quite a lot. But one thing that isn't pissing me off is telly. We love watching things, and so many good things have come out lately. I've had a proper good run. We started with The Assassin coming out over the summer, and I fucking love that. Keely Hawes was incredible in it, as she is in everything. I'm never going to shut up about it. And then we had Frauds, and obviously Suran Jones and Jodie Whittaker. And I think they fucking fought in a pool. Okay, spoiler warning, close your ears, block your eyes. They're not fucking gay in it. They don't kiss. Suran Jones does take her top off in front of Jodie Whittaker and get her to try to get her to charge her like a like. There's so many really gay moments, but they're not fucking gay, and I really thought they were going to be, and I really wanted them to be. And there's a part of me that's like, it's okay because it's still the Doctor and her TARDIS. It's all right. It's all right. I loved Bert. She's horrid. She's awful. I love horrible, complex women. Fuck me over. Lie to me about having. I told you to cover your ears for spoil. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spoil it. Maybe if I remember, I will go back and put a sound effect over that, and you'll never know what I spoiled. But following on from that, we then had Film Club come out, which I want to throw up over. I saw an interview with Amy Lou Wood saying that it's very much as she was writing it ended up being about an autistic woman finding out that she's autistic, and I'm like, is that because you found out you're autistic at some point, Amy? Because I can see that, but I need to actually look into that and find out if that's true before making a thing out of it because I don't want to diagnose anyone. But when I was watching Film Club, bitch was like me. Evie is me. If Evie was specifically into BBC TV shows, which she can't be because then she'd be watching her own show, but if she was, that's me. The way that she loves her movies is the exact same way that I am about my shows. And like so many of the little things that she experiences throughout it absolutely fucked me up because it's so on point for the autistic experience. And I sobbed through so much of it. And then Amelia Bulmore was in it. I fucking love it when people out of Ashes to Ashes are in things. I love her specifically. And it got me really fucking ready for Riot Women coming out. And I won't lie to you, I pretty much completely forgot about Film Club because Riot Women came out and it's written by Sally Wainwright and it has fucking Amelia Bulmer in it and Nicholas Cleves and the cast is spot on, the writing is spot on. Oh, I love it so much. It's given me a whole new host of middle-aged Yorkshire women to be fucking obsessed with. And as soon as I've moved, I'm going to be making my way to Hebden Bridge and going to places that Kitty's been and going to the pub that they go to. And I love that I'm actually moving to the place where my special interests are. Like that, now that I'm thinking on that, like that's the thing with having like a ruminating little brain that focuses on the same things as well, is that as soon as I move my thought pattern, I actually manage to break out of it and think about something else. I can become so excited so quickly. And I'm so incredibly excited to be moving to Yorkshire, and I'm literally going to be like an hour away from the places where all of my like not all of my favorite shows to be fair, because obviously Ashes is filmed in London, but I've done that now. I've been to the places where they filmed my favorite show, so now it's just all of my other little bits that make up like the tapestry of my special interest, and they're all going to be within like an hour away by train, and I'm going to be able to just get up in the morning and pop on a train and go to where my fucking TV shows were, and I'm going to go to that like fucking rock formation that Kitty goes to scream, and I'm going to go there and I'm going to scream, and it's going to be fucking incredible. I'm so excited to be able to go to the places for my shows. And also that's one of the things where like I think that will improve my little autistic life so fucking much, because when I've been in Yorkshire in the past, when I've been to like Halifax, I was going to say and other places, but I've literally only been to Halifax other than when I went to Huddersfield to try to view my house and then went home again. But because it's my special interest and because it's things that I'm like passionate and engaged about, I actually speak to people. Like I actually have little just passing conversations with people. And that doesn't happen to me in my normal day-to-day life. And I feel like once I've moved, that will be something that does happen to me in my day-to-day life. And I'll have those like little community connections that I haven't had. And like I never really had. It was my parents that had them in the past in the various like villages that we lived in. And I'm really excited to just feel like I'm a part of a community, and I feel like I'm going to be able to actually do that. And it also just it gives me such a different type of confidence that is honestly quite strange, because like I walk past the same pubs every single day in the place where I live right now. I'm not fucking going in them. They're terrifying. I would rather die. There's just all these like old people looking at me. There's no chance I'm doing it. I've been to pubs in Yorkshire and just got myself a little pint of Coke and sat in a corner and people watched and had a little chat with people as they've passed. And like, it's I just find it so much easier because I feel like I'm a character in one of my little shows. Like when I'm here, I'm just me and I'm not very good at socializing. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. There's nothing for me to talk about. I don't know what the point of any of it is. No one speaks to me. Like it's just an incredibly isolating little place where like I don't really know how to connect with anybody. And when I'm in Yorkshire, I'm a character written by Sally Wainwright that's in Yorkshire, and I'm so excited to be there. And there's all these things that I want to see and that I'm going to see and that I've just seen. And I have so many things to talk about, and people are like excited for me as well. Like I had a really long conversation with the people in Halifax Minster the first time I went, and they were just like that's the thing as well as they were telling me about like all the other people that have gone because it's where Anne Lister's headstone is, and there's all sorts of just like weird fuckers that go essentially, and I'm using weird in the best way. I love a weirdo. I love a freak. One of like it's my people, you know. I'm one of them too, and it's so nice hearing them talk about people that they clearly think are a little bit weird, and they talk about them with respect and they're nice about them, and they clearly don't quite get it, but they also don't feel a need to get it in order to accept it. And I don't feel like that's a thing in the area that I live in currently. And I really, 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 really appreciate it. And like I've worn some outfits to Yorkshire that I've worn in the area that I'm in, and people say horrible things to me. Like most of the times that people talk to me in the place that I live currently is literally to insult me quite often about whatever it is I'm wearing because oh that's a bit bright in it, or some shit like that. Like I like wearing my blue tights, and like I swear to God, every man in the area I live has asked me if I'm a Smurf, and it's like, you're just not that funny, I'm sorry. And in Yorkshire, people either don't mention what I'm wearing because you don't fucking need to, or they compliment me. Like, it just. Oh, I'm never gonna shut up. I just think that Yorkshire's the best place in the world, and I'm actually getting to move there. Like, it's increasingly seeming like an actual reality within my brain. I'm so excited for it. And it's one of those things where I don't want to get too caught up in too much, like, I'm going to be a completely different person because I know that's not how it works when you move. Like, I know. But I also have been there before and know how I feel while I'm there and know how it just. I feel at home in Yorkshire in a way that I haven't anywhere else. And it is a little bit weird. And I do feel like really like I feel really spiritual about it, to be honest with you. Like I do feel like it's my like spiritual home in some way, and that's weird because I'm not a particularly spiritual person. I don't tend to have like instincts and gut feelings and things like that, but I really feel like I have like a strong spiritual like gut instinct that like this is just going to be a really good positive thing for me. And I also like everywhere that I've ever moved has felt very semi-permanent, you know, like it's felt very temporary. I've everywhere I've moved, I've been like, this isn't the place I'm gonna settle. Like I just know that it's not. And even when we were moving to Liverpool, and my mum was like, because my mum was from Liverpool, like we initially moved to Denmark because my dad was from Denmark, so he was like, we're going home, and I was like, don't really feel like it, but okay. And the second we got there, I was like, I hate this. I want to go back to England. And then eventually we did move back. And my mum was like, well, I'm from Liverpool, so we're moving to Liverpool. And we got here and I was like, big fan of the Beatles, so it's not all bad. I don't anymore, but when we first moved here, I did really love going and hanging out in the cavern. And I think I honestly might do that one last time before I move now. I've thought of it. That could be really nice. Just like one last little pint when the Beatles started. Because I have recently gotten back into the Beatles. And I think that is part because I'm leaving soon. Like, so many people took the piss out of me for being a Beatles fan that lived in Liverpool that I just sort of stopped being. But I love the Beatles. I still listen to them all the time. I really fucking like them. I want to like I'm a Beatles fan, and I pushed that down because everyone took piss out of me. But like that's just how it is. I don't remember how I got to talking about the Beatles now. So I also just saw what the shot is, and I'm definitely going to be editing that. Oh, I've done a good job of talking, but I am also like massively running out because literally all I've had to talk about for like 2 months is I'm trying to find a house I can live in Yorkshire. I think I found a house I can live in Yorkshire. I really want to move to Yorkshire. So fuck knows what I'm gonna talk about once I'm there. I guess just all the things that I do when I'm in Yorkshire. Oh, I think I'm also gonna re-dye. Yeah, I'm gonna finish doing this and I'm gonna re-dye my hair. And I hate to say it, but I was gonna grow it out. I was gonna grow out the ginger, even though I do think it really suits me, because I was just sick of having to touch it up and do the roots and everything. But now that I've watched Riot Women, Kitty's a ginger, and it's a very similar tone to how it is when I properly like freshly dye my hair. And fuck, I love Kitty so much. I fear that I think I'm going to be Kitty when I move. I'm just gonna like rock up and I'm gonna sing a karaoke in a bar somewhere, and then someone that looks exactly like a middle-aged lesbian out of Gentleman Jack's gonna be like, "Oh, your voice, join my band," and then her son's gonna be like, "Oh my god, are you two lesbians?" And I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, we are actually. This is my girlfriend now, and I'm gonna live happy ever after with my little Yorkshire wife." And that's not at all what happened to Kitty, so I don't feel like I have spoiled Riot Women for you. But that's what's going to happen to me, and it's going to be lovely. And every morning I'm going to wake up and my little Yorkshire wife will be like, "Morning, love." And I'll be like, "Oh, I fucking love this. This is a life. It's going to be great." I'm going to start eating breakfast at some point when I move because I have. So when I first started the Discord, I got like slightly obsessed with one of the. I hate that you're all gonna listen to this, but I got like a little bit obsessed with one of the people on the Discord, and I was like, I'm just gonna eat like them and try and dress like them and live like them. I'm just gonna be just like them. I have gotten over it because they are my actual friends, so I had to stop being weird. But I bought a load of fucking buckwheat and like random like grains and porridge, like all sorts of random shit to like have with milk and warm up for my breakfast. And it lasted all of like a week before I was like, oh, I am actually like developing a friendship with this person. So stop like being a freak. But I still have all of that stuff that I should actually eat. And to be fair, you'd think it'd be smart to eat it before I move. So I mean, a bag of porridge and a bag of buckwheat doesn't really make that much fucking difference in the grand scheme of moving all of my fucking belongings, does it? Like, come on now. Uh, but I should start. I need to start actually eating proper food again. I've not been doing well with my food at all recently. Even when I cook a meal, I feel like it's missing like half the nutrients I need. And I've been eating like just loads of takeout because I've barely even been getting hungry, so I don't particularly have a desire for food. And then I have to figure out what it is I want, and if I'm ordering, or if I'm cooking, and if I'm cooking and I'm tired, I just keep fucking burning and cutting myself. So I keep just hurting myself, and I just can't be bothered with any of it. I don't even want to eat. Like, at least if I had like a craving, or if I was hungry, or just like if I had some element of desiring food, I'd be able to hang with things better. But like, I don't fucking want anything. But I also am increasingly having times that I'm getting dizzy in a way that I don't usually get dizzy. Because I have my normal dizziness that's definitely because there's something wrong with me physically. But I'm having a new one that I'm fairly sure is literally just that I'm hungry. And I think I might have done an actual outro. So I can finally stop fucking speaking and go to that. Goodbye. Okay. I am going to hoover like the floor and the couch. But I'm not going to show you that bit because I can't, like I've been talking in this anyway, but like I could talk over it, but you wouldn't hear me. So I'm not going to show you it, and this is already getting to be like a decent enough length. So I'm gonna fuck off and hoover, and then
I still need to figure out what I'm having for dinner. It's the bane of my life every single fucking day. I don't know what I want to eat. I don't know what I'm having. I don't want anything. I don't want to eat. I just want to not be hungry. But it's just every single fucking day. Anyway, we did it. We did something. Something's been done. As always, like, subscribe, follow me where you can find me. It's all linked down below. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Whoever you are, wherever you are. I hope you have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year. And I will see you when I've hoovered. So, I mean, it's also going to be in a couple of days. But I will have hoovered by the time I next see you. Probably.